presence of the President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Mr. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, whom I have the pleasure to introduce to you to deliver.
Representatives of international organizations, as well as regional economic communities. I also extend my greetings to heads of delegations who are here present, and all of you honored guests, and particularly the country ever to be made in the world. So welcome. It is significant that the G20 Leaders Summit later this year is home to some of the world's fastest growing economies, and in many ways faces unique challenges such as the impact of climate change, developmental needs like sustainable development, the digital economy, and the shift towards green energy. It is a great opportunity too to promote greater, to protect our planet, to achieve greater equality, also gender equality, to have universal education, health coverage, and to promote decent work and sustainable economic growth. Look to the G20 for leadership, for inspiration, and for guidance on the most pressing issues confronting our world, more so now at this time in the history of our world. Just as cooperation supported the progress of early humans, our modern day challenges can only be resolved through collaboration, through partnership, through dialogue, and through solidarity. This is why South Africa has placed as its theme for the G20 the issues of solidarity, equality, and sustainability. These are at the center of South Africa's presidency of the G20. We would like our G20 presidency to be one in which all voices are heard and in which all views should count. The G20 represents over 2/3 of the world's population. Its decisions and policies reflect the needs and aspirations of all who form part of the G20 family. The G20 must also seek to reflect the needs and aspirations of all people who call this planet their home. This year marks 80 years since the United Nations was founded and the UN Charter was adopted. The United Nations was established to reaffirm fundamental human rights, to promote social progress, and to save successive generations from the scourge of war. While these essential goals of the United Nations remain, the world has changed in fundamental ways. The UN must also change accordingly. We continue to call for the UN Security Council, the multilateral trading system, and the international financial architecture to be realigned, to be reformed, to make them more representative, more agile, and more responsive to today's global realities. The ceasefire agreement reached between Israel and Hamas as a crucial first step towards ending the severe humanitarian crisis faced by the Palestinian people in Gaza. Is the foremost guarantor of sustainable and lasting peace. So, Your Excellencies, these are issues we would like all of us to engage with. Firstly, we should take action to strengthen disaster resilience as well as response. We are on a continent that continues to suffer major and catastrophic climate disasters. Climate-induced natural disasters affect countries around the world, but we feel them acutely on this continent as well as developmental or development banks and the private sector to scale up post-disaster reconstruction. Secondly, we should take critical resources away from those countries' development. More than 3.3 billion people live in African countries, but more broadly in countries in the global south. We continue to face those challenges of common but differentiated responsibilities and respective. G20 leaders should secure agreement on increasing the quality and quantity of climate forums, and we do believe that the G20, as well as other countries who have followed suit, and also with a view of leveraging private capital more effectively as we address this challenge of sustainability. In the end, we will find that through solidarity, we've been able to make progress as humanity. This task is now in our hands as the G20 family, and I do believe the various meetings we are going to hold throughout the year, this one being one of the key ones,